Okay, I think we are just about to go live. Okay, I believe we are live. And hello and a very warm welcome to this live episode of YouTube Live. My name is Uzair, and today I'll be answering some questions on how on Google Ads and quite a few emails I've received. I'm just checking that you guys can see me okay and hear me okay. Okay, yeah, that seems to be working fine now. Perfect. So let's start again. Thank you for being with me today. My name is Uzair, and in today's session, I'll be answering a few questions which have been sent to me, mostly on Google Ads. And if you have got any questions and you're watching it live with me right now, please pencil it in the comment chat box on the right hand side, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. If you are watching this as a recording, then by all means you can send in an email to info@sfdigital.co.uk, and I'll do my best to answer them for you in the future sessions. So let's get started. Okay, hi Pranub, thanks for being here. Okay, so I've got a question which was sent to me. I keep reading on the blogs that the path to conversions is not straightforward anymore. It is pretty complicated. Can you please explain this, Uzair? Of course. So what this means is going back 6, 7, 8 years ago when the internet was pretty new or not as advanced as it is right now. There wasn't much social media or email marketing. Visitors would go to a website and they make the purchase or sign up to whatever they were looking for. But now with so many things online, they are dragged pretty much here, there, and everywhere. They may come to your website, then they may go to social media, then they may be targeted by remarketing ads. They'll go back to some other websites or perhaps come back to yours. So it's a constant struggle to get that conversion as quickly as possible, because somebody is not going to just come to one website and make up their mind and make that purchase unless they know that brand or they know that company. They know they're going to get that product or service from them. So they will go and research, and whilst they are researching, they will be shown other ads by other companies which they will see. And that's why it is extremely important that you need to have all these touch points, so you keep them in front of your visitor on all over the internet, be it on Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and so on. Most marketeers will say that it needs about 7 to 8 touch points before somebody makes up their mind to make a purchase or to sign up with someone. So with all these touch points, you need to build up that relationship. Now, to give you an example, if you were to, or let's say if I were to go into a bar and I see the woman of my dreams and I go up to her and say, would you like to marry me? The answer would be a big fat no, unless that woman is crazy And if she says yes, then I should run away a million miles. So we know that the answer would be no, but this is what most people are trying to do, is they're trying to get a cold audience to their website, and they want them to say yes at that first opportunity. It's not going to happen. It happens, but on a very low percentage. That's why the conversion rates from a first-time visitor to a website are pretty low. So that there's no relationship between myself and that person. So why would she marry me? But if I approach her, go to her, introduce myself, buy a few drinks, have exchange phone numbers, and go out on dinners, dates, get engaged, get married, that's how long it will take with all these little touch points. And this is what they mean by the path to a conversion, that you need to remarket or retarget to your audience at all these places. So when they go on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, you need to be there with your presence. And you will find that investing in omni-channel marketing will pay you huge dividends, because not many businesses are doing this. All they do is run a few ads here or there and expect miracles. It's not going to happen. So hope this answered your question. So okay, we've got hi Just as well, good to see you here. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Okay. My campaigns are not being approved on Google because I'm not pretty sure about the essential things or thing required on a page for running of ads, such as disclaimer, terms and conditions, about us, etc. Can you please guide me on it? Great question, and I'm glad somebody has asked me this, because this is the boring stuff which nobody wants to know about, and all we want to do is to get the campaigns running and hopefully get the conversions and the traffic to our website. But these things are extremely important. You need to have a privacy policy and terms and conditions and terms of use of your website. How is that data which somebody is putting on your website is going to be used? How secure it is? What is the security of your website? So for example, you must have a little padlock, which you will see on every website under the URL. There's a little padlock. That means it has got that SSL certificate. Now with most hosting companies, this is a default setting, but if you don't have it right now, then you must install that SSL certificate on your website. Make sure that you've got your terms and privacy of policy, terms and conditions, privacy policy, and terms of use. With regards to disclaimer, it is important, because if you are saying something along the lines of that, I made so much money using this product, or I lost so much weight using this product, Google really does frown upon it. So you need to be very careful as to what you are claiming on your landing page or website. So I would not make claims which cannot be replicated by other person. Now, some marketeers will claim that they made $100,000 or $1 million using such and such campaign. Well, they may well have made it. I'm not saying they're lying, but because they have the database, they have the brand. But somebody who's fairly new will not be able to replicate those same results. So this is why you need to be extremely careful. Now, the other thing which I would like to point out is every country has got their laws are different. So which I cannot say to you that you should have all these things, speak to an attorney or a solicitor, and go to the Google's support.google.com, and they will be able you will be able to see what you need to put up on your website. Okay, so the next question is, I watch all your videos with interest. I have learned a lot from your videos about Google advertising. One point where I'm confused about is Google advertising impression share. If I check in real time, say today evening I checked impression share for today's ad run for a campaign, it shows me only 10% as share. But if I check it tomorrow for today, it will show me 90% impression share. So which one is reliable? Okay, so from what I understand is you are running an ad campaign, and as of today you go onto your interface, you look at the impression share and it shows 10%. But tomorrow when you go and see yesterday's data, it's going to show you 90%. That is correct, because the data in Google Ads is not in real time. So I would not be checking my campaign every 2 minutes or every other hour. Let it run. The other thing which I would like to point out, and I think this will be a good way of explaining this on Google Maps, is a lot of people look at their campaigns too closely, and if I zoom in a lot and I'm looking at this map and in great detail, I'm not sure where I am. I'm pretty lost because I can only see a couple of streets, right? And that what happens when you are looking at the data every day, every other day. By all means, keep an eye on it. I'm not saying don't look at the data, but don't take it as a gospel. All you want to do is to walk away a bit and go at a 7-day, 14-day, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or a year's data, and then you'll be able to see the big picture and see how your campaign is performing or not performing. But on a daily basis, I would not be looking at that particular impression share or any kind of metric, because it hasn't come through in Google Ads. So that's why I would always recommend that you at least wait for a few days and then start to make the adjustments or the tweaks to your campaigns. Okay. Why is linking Google Analytics to Google Ads important? I don't see why I need to use Google Analytics as I see all the data in Google Ads. It's extremely important that you link your analytics to Google Ads. The reason being is, imagine you are in your car. The first thing we look at is the dashboard before we start driving. And whilst we're also driving, continuously we are looking at the dashboard. How much fuel we have, what speed we are traveling at, any other warnings, red lights popping up or not. Pretty much we get the bird's eye view when we are traveling from A to B. If I were to blank out your dashboard in your car and then ask you to drive, it will be pretty impossible and dangerous to drive. That's what happens when you don't have analytics working along with Google Ads. You'll see the data of Google Ads, but what is happening behind that data? So things like the audiences, remarketing lists, event tracking, goals, micro goals, and there's lots of cool stuff which we can use the data in Google Analytics. And along with Google Ads, your campaign is going to perform a lot better, and you'll be able to pretty much outperform your competitors, because hardly anyone uses analytics along with Google Ads properly. Whenever I've asked someone, have you got Google Analytics set up on your website? Or have you got analytics set up? Their reply is yes, and that means that they have just embedded that code on their website. That does not mean that you have set up everything in analytics. You need to go into analytics and then set it up. And now we've got the Google Tag Manager that works really well with analytics as well. And it is a very powerful trio of Tag Manager, Analytics, and Google Ads, which you can leverage and separate yourself from your competitors to get better results. So absolutely, I would recommend you use analytics with your Google Ads. Okay. So the next question, should I use a different landing page for each ad group in my PPC campaigns? Should I use... Well, first of all, I don't know whether you have got a e-commerce website where you are selling products, and you may have hundreds or thousands of products, or you are a service-based business where you are generating leads. To give you an example, let's look at my company and my website. So we offer Google Ads, web design, photography, videography, and so on. So I would have a separate campaign for pay-per-click, separate one for photography, separate one for web design. I won't be having different ad groups for each one of these services within the same campaign. If I did, then obviously I will have a separate landing page for each ad group, but I personally will not mix all these services in the same campaign. The main reason would be, obviously, I can control the budget when I've got separate campaigns, and it's much easier to go through the keywords, the ads, and managing and optimizing rather than putting everything in one place. And that's my personal opinion. Others may disagree with me, but I would keep them separate, absolutely 100%. Okay. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat box and I will answer them once I've finished this list. Why should I target my own brand name as a keyword in Google Ads when I'm already ranked number 1 on the search pages? This comes up a lot, and a lot of our clients also ask me this question: why should I waste money? It is not about wasting money. It is about stopping your competitors from being above you. Now, if you look on your mobile phone, the search results are way down at the bottom. The top 4 ads pretty much fills up the whole screen. Then you've got the Google map, and then you've got your search results. What most people do is they will see the top 4 and they're going to click. And that's where you can potentially miss out big time. If your competitors are bidding on your name, they will come up and not you. even on the desktop, you will see the ads at the top, then the Google Maps, and then the search results way down. Now, you're saying that you rank number 1, but other competitors or other variation of that keyword may drop you down further, and there may be some other company above you. So I would highly recommend that you bid on your brand. It will be the most profitable campaigns you will ever run. And secondly, you're going to stop your competitors hogging up that real estate. And the last thing is you can control that message on that ad. So you got your ad at the top, you written your ad properly, you got your site links, call extensions, call outs, lots of things which you can do on the ad which you can't do on your search rankings. So that's why I will definitely recommend you bid on your brand name. Okay, all right. Pranub, so do you have any tutorials on remarketing? Yes, Pranub, I have got quite a few I've done in the past. So just go through the playlist, the Google Ads playlist. And what I will also do is put a link after we finish this call, and I'll put them in the description box below for you to have a look at. I have a question about Python. I'm not sure what you mean by that, leader 08. Is this? I think Python is a programming language, so unfortunately this is not about that. This is about digital marketing. So sorry, I can't help you on that. So thank you everyone for joining in. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time at 5 o'clock UK time. If you have any questions you would like me to answer, ping it across to me at info@sfdigital.co.uk, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Stay safe and be well, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's it for now, and bye.